has seen, listen to this, a 2,000% increase in the population of illegal migrants. Think of that, 2,000% increase in the population of illegal migrants under Harris. She doesn't want to be called border czar. But you know what? I don't care. She was in charge of the border. This mentally deficient president put her in charge of the border, and she never went there, not once. And she never, when the Border Patrol last week endorsed me so strongly, I asked them, how often did you speak to her? You were dealing with her. They said, sir, we never spoke to her once. I said, who did she speak to? There were like 40 guys on the stage, all the leaders of the Border Patrol. She said, not one of them did she speak to, not one. Pennsylvania is not going to take it anymore.
I'm curious how people so close to you and your administration no longer want to support you, so why would I want to support you? If you would answer these questions for me, I would really appreciate it and give you the opportunity. Your own vice president doesn't want to support you now.
Thank you, Anita.
The people that don't support a very small portion.
No.
We have a tremendous, about 97% of the people in the administration support me.
No.
But because it's me, somebody doesn't support, they get a little publicity.
Is that it? Okay. That would be 40 out of 44. I'm not good at math, Chris, but I think that's a little less than 97%. 40 out of 44 of this cabinet do not support him. Okay.
The vice president, I disagree with him on what he did. I totally disagreed with him on what he did. Very importantly, you had hundreds of thousands of people come to Washington. They didn't come because of me. They came because of the election. They thought the election was a rigged election.
You told them to.
And that's why they came. Some of those people went down to the Capitol. I said, peacefully and patriotically. Nothing done wrong at all.
Oh, there was nothing done wrong. Wow.
And action was taken, strong action. Ashley Babbitt was killed. Nobody was killed. There were no guns then.
Ashley
We
Babbitt
didn't
was
have
killed,
guns.
nobody
The
was
others
killed.
had guns, but we didn't have guns.
Yes, they had.
Yes, there were guns.
Yes.
Oh my God, there were guns.
That's why you said take away the mags. They're not here to hurt me.
I love that he said Ashley Babbitt was killed.
And no one was killed.
Nobody was killed, right in the same breath.
Oh my God. Brian Sicknick's family would like a word. Several people, Capitol Police that committed suicides, families would like a word. Okay. Wow. And then this is the Day of Love thing that we remember.
When I say we, these are people that walked down. This was a tiny percentage of the overall, which nobody sees and nobody shows. But that was a day of love from the standpoint of the millions. It's like hundreds of thousands. It could have been the largest group I've ever spoken before. They asked me to speak. I went and I spoke, and I used the term peacefully and patriotically.
No, you didn't.
No, you didn't.
Oh, God.
No, you didn't.
Okay. Solid wall of lies. I love the faces of
Everybody
people at the
just
town
going,
hall, just like me,
shaking their
not
heads.
buying the bull face. Unbelievable. Yeah, poor Daniel Dale. Dear God. He tweeted, Donald Trump, who is not, in fact, the father of IVF, made at least 19 false claims in his one-hour Fox News women's town hall. I mean, first of all, we, the insurrectionists, oh my God. Okay. And then, this is the part where does he insult Spanish-speaking people to Spanish-speaking people?
Yes.
Yeah, because that's on top of this insulting Detroit to people in Detroit while he was speaking in
Detroit.
Right, yeah.
The authorities in Springfield, Ohio have more than one time clarified that the Haitians are not eating their cats and their dogs. My question to you very respectfully is, do you really believe that these people are eating the people's pets?
Thank you. Well, thank you very much. And this was just reported. I was just saying what was reported. That's been reported. And eating other things, too, that they're not supposed to be.
Oh, really? What other things?
Grandpa read it in the comments section on the internet, and so therefore it must be
It's been
true.
reported. Yeah, exactly. Oh,
That's
my
exactly.
God.
Yeah.
It has not been reported.
No curiosity, no fact checking or anything.
And the two geese that were killed, it was by a white guy that they just caught. Oh, my God. Okay.
If you were a person that lived there, if you lived in Springfield, Ohio, and all of a sudden you couldn't get into a hospital, you couldn't get your children into a school, you wouldn't be able to buy groceries, you could no longer pay the rent because the government's paying rent.
What?
Any of that, if any of that
Government's paying
happened,
what
it
rent?
would
I don't
be
know.
a disaster for you, and you wouldn't be happy. We want to make our people safe and secure, and we want to make them happy. But Springfield, Ohio is a perfect example. You have a town, a beautiful little town with no problems. All of a sudden, they have 30 or 32,000 people dropped into the town.
They were
most of whom don't speak the language. Most of whom don't speak the language at all.
They were asked to
He
come.
says to
Yes.
a Spanish language speaking audience. Okay. Wow. Yes, they were asked to come, Chris. Thank you. Yes, then they are there. What's the word I'm looking for? Legally.
Right.
Okay.
They were invited.
So Trump dumped out of talks for a black media interview. His staff claiming he was too exhausted.
Grampy.
Grampy's, it's
I don't think
nappy.
he's
It's
up.
nappy time
Yeah,
now until the election.
He's not up for another 4 years at all.
By the way, it turns out no one wants to watch Matlock on Acid. Harris on Fox yesterday, 7.1 million viewers. Trump on Fox, 3 million viewers. Oh, Grampy.
Ratings.
Matlock on Acid, just not popular anymore. That's too bad.
It could also be that Harris Faulkner is just an awful person.
You know what? But this is this whole Brett Bear.
Stepping into that bear trap.
All right, we heard it yesterday.
With his frozen assets.
Did that
that's a
interview?
different joke.
Did that interview bear fruit?
Oh, there he goes.
He has been laid bare as a fraud. Of a journalist. Yeah, this whole that he aired the wrong clip. Anybody buying this?
No.
Anybody?
No.
Bueller?
No.
On Fox News?
No.
Really? He happened to air a wrong clip that
It's-
it benefited Donald Trump.
Yeah, even Mika Brzezinski was talking
Yeah,
about that.
yes.
If you're an anchor,
If you've been in the TV business,
Right.
as long as Brett, really?
right, you know immediately that the wrong clip is
And
being
you would have
aired.
said, hey, we're airing
Exactly.
the
This
wrong
is
clip.
why I tend toward what Rude Pundit said, because they don't operate in good faith.
She
It's
still
just,
kicks his
and I
butt.
get it. Pete Buttigieg is great on Fox, but he's not running for president in a very
Right.
tight presidential
Right.
race. They are not operating in good faith.
Right.
They set this as a trap. It's what I said. Minka said the same thing I said, that he was just trying to get her to be angry black woman.
Exactly.
You know, and
Also-
as anybody in the TV business for 1,000 years, like Mika was saying, you know to go, oh, that was the wrong clip.
Right.
Can we roll the
Right.
whatever? He's
What Brett Baer did was throw
Rabbit?
everyone in the control room under the bus, and
yes.
don't do that if you're an anchor.
He said, and then again, this is a day later
Right.
when not this 7 million people are watching.
Right.
Then he says,
Right.
"Oh, I made a mistake." When I called for a soundbite, I was expecting a piece of the enemy from within from Maria Bartiromo's interview. Blah blah blah.
You threw your producers under the bus.
right. That's my
As
job.
as someone who's been a producer,
You know what you're doing.
you don't appreciate being thrown under the bus.
No, you don't.
This
No,
is
not at all.
the sole reason they ever invited Democrats to
Right.
try to make them look bad. He was trying to bait her into saying something bad about Trump voters. He was,
Right.
But here's some of what Mika said. She said, she'll look back on it. What she was able to do in that one moment when she called out Brett Baer for showing the wrong clip for misleading the American people, she was able to point again to Trump's threat to go after his
Yep.
political adversaries with the military and show how a friendly media network that bends to his will play to him and even avoiding stories so they show completely the wrong clip. She calls him out on it, which, yes, because she's sharp as a tack.
Yep.
But anyway, Mika just wanted to say they knew it was the wrong clip, and no one on the
course
network
they
has
did.
talked about the clip at all. All they've done is talk about how Kamala Harris is nasty, and they haven't talked about how she actually called out Fox News on Fox News for what they do, which is sometimes disinformation.
Yep.
This is exactly why I got booted off Fox News,
Yes, because you called them out on their disinformation.
because I called them out on Fox News.
Yes.
Right. I'm absolutely certain he knew it was the wrong clip, and he should have said it right away. She said he's not owning up to it, that he's hoping that she'll get really angry. But the thing is, they've shown the wrong clip. He's not saying to his viewers, you're right, that was the wrong clip. Let's get the right clip
Right.
prepared and let's find it and let's show it. Instead, he moves on and leaves it
Well-
hanging there, which is exactly the point.
Well, also that interview was not aired live,
Right.
so that
Right.
he could have said, "Stop tape. Let's get the correct
Yeah,
interview."
exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
But that's not, again,
Right.
not operating in good
Exactly.
faith. So anyway, but how hilarious. That's got to sting, little baby. On your little
the
baby
ratings?
bitch. Yes.
Yeah.
Right? Even on Fox News, bam, over 7 million viewers, and he got 3 million. People are tired of this show, I'm telling you. We were playing Dave Bautista. I am so glad someone's calling
Can
him
we
out.
wait on that?
Why?
I want to
Okay.
double check with Chris on something.
Oh, Oh, that we got all the bleeps? Okay.
Yes.
But anyway, we'll get to it. But I'm so glad someone's calling him out on his fake tough guy stuff because, oh my God. Anyway. All right. So, by the by, Elaine tweets, I bought the Chicago pay-per-view. My best friend and I drank wine and watched it one Sunday afternoon. We laughed so hard she almost peed her pants.
Oh.
It's so easy to get, and it's a wonderful show. And you only have till Halloween to get the fantastic,
Right.
get that DNC energy back
Right.
with Jamie Harrison and Governor Pritzker and on and on. And then, what? L.A. Sexy Liberal just went on sale pay-per-view
Yes.
literally by popular demand.
And here's why.
With Martin Sheen
Yep.
and Mark Hamill and Adam Schiff
Yep.
and Glenn Kirshner.
And here's why people on the East Coast should get the pay-per-view. Because it starts at 8 o'clock Pacific, which is 11 o'clock Eastern.
Yeah.
Might be a little too late for some people. So get the pay-per-view, and then you can
There you
watch
go.
it the next day.
There you go. That's what I would do.
Yes.
Okay. All right. And if you happen to be in Los Angeles, I am phone banking tomorrow for Kamala Harris to celebrate her birthday with Christine Pelosi. Come join us. It's in Westwood if you want to phone bank. Come dig.
We tweeted out the links, and we put it on your Facebook, too.
Fantastic.
Hey all, Glenn Kirshner here. I hope you'll join me on my new audio podcast, Justice Matters. I'll be using my 30 years as a federal prosecutor and Army JAG to unpack, break down, and explain the legal issues of the day, particularly where the legal intersects with the political. Please look for Justice Matters with Glenn Kirshner wherever you generally get your podcasts.